Hey, what's going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to talk about how to build and use Lewin and if it's worth getting him to SP form. I'm telling you 100%, like, no brainer. You should get him. First reason is because he's an R hero, which means you can easily get him to 6 stars. If you're a new player, you probably haven't gotten him to 6 stars yet, but you will eventually. You'll get a lot of shards. Easy. You can probably get it in like 2 days or 3 days. And if you have him already, investment is very, very cheap. Well, you don't have to unlock these. You can just straight go from these and to these. These give you like a little bit more, but again, not necessary. But for me, I have enough runestones, so I want to grab all the classes to unlock, like fully unleash his potential. But anyway, so once you get his version, I'm not going to talk about the regular talent. I'm just going to talk about SP version. Like, his stats is really high, even though they're not as S, but they are really, really high already. And don't forget, he is originally a R hero. So first thing we're going to talk about is the talent. He looks so cool too, I'm telling you, man. This is like so sick. Okay, he's a Lancer. He is probably the best, in my opinion, best Lancer DPS right now in the game. Yeah, nobody really comes close. He's like, his faction is kind of meh in Origins, but then with his exclusive, it allows him to be in Legion of Glory. So he's in Legion of Glory and Origin. So Ancestor of Light. So right off the bat, this is like no requirement, nothing. Basically, if you have SP Elwin, he's like this. So you'll get attack and defense plus 30%. This also applies to the troops. This also applies to AoE. I tested it. I tested a lot of stuff before I made this video. Like, he's so cool. He might be one of the reasons why I'll pick up Apex again. Like, he's so cool. So these applies to himself, his troops, AoE, and everything. This is like right off the bat. There's like plus 30% stats. And then this is the second part. Before being forced into battle, or after initiating battle, restore 30% of the unit's HP. That is insane. So before you battle, you restore 30%. After the battle, you restore 30% again. It's crazy. So it's kind of like a built-in, built-in Sun Slash. See, 30% damage. But this is after. But now he gets before and after. As long as he's initiating a battle. That doesn't count as AoE, okay? Very strong talent. These are his 3 new skills. Well, not really. This is 3C. So let's talk about the exclusive ones. These are the SP skills here. Holy Edict here. The passive is very strong. When there is an enemy with Conquest, Conquest is one of the skills that you choose, or an ally with retreat on the battlefield, this unit gains +2 mobility. So he gets +2 when you have this equipped, pretty much. Because right off the bat, you will have to apply this. This is not a debuff, okay? It's just a command. Once you apply a command, let's take a look at the first one here. Conquest. Used to apply Conquest to one enemy. Allies of the caster, which is him, within 2 block gains 10% increased attack and in for 3 turns. This stacks with, for example, Moo. I think her teleport gives I forgot what skill. Moo. There's also Landford, for example. I think the Dark Matthews 3C sword. So this stacks on that. I tried it on Landford. If it works on Landford, it works on heroes that I tested before. So you get extra 10% in. So this is kind of like his skill right here. Kind of like defend command, but it's like for attack. So he basically gets a free attack command when you use this. So when a friendly unit attacks the enemy with Conquest, so whoever you apply, let's say you apply to Bozel. So whenever your friendly unit attacks Bozel, 1 buff is dispelled from the enemy before battle. If the target is killed, restores 30% HP after battle for your friendly unit, not you. But you get it already from the talent. So next part is, the next command would be retreat. Used to apply retreat to one other friendly unit. Unable to perform normal attacks or use skills. So you use this on your friendly unit. The reason why is because it's kind of like a healing effect. Before being forced into battle, restores HP equal to 3 times the caster's attack. So higher attack you have, the more HP whoever you cast this on your friendly unit would heal. Last one turn. Conquest and Retreat cannot be dispelled and ignore immunity, which is really good. After using any of these skills, the cooldown of Holy Edict becomes 3 turns. So this has a 3-turn cooldown once you use any of these commands. So right here, we'll look at Retreat. So when you apply Retreat, it doesn't even matter if you apply it on a tank. Well, usually you probably want to apply it on someone who's dying or who needs healing, because this heals before the battle. It doesn't even matter if their talent, for example, Landius, who can reflect 2 range attacks. This, when you apply it, they literally cannot do anything. They just sit there and heal. I tried that. You cannot reflect anything. Even if a mage, they cannot counter 2 range. Nothing. They can't do anything, okay? But it's still a very strong 1 cost. Okay, now the other one here is Judgment of Light. This is a very strong skill. The cooldown is pretty long though, 5 rounds. Attacks a single enemy dealing 1.8 times damage. So this is kind of like Sword Soul, very high attack. Super effective against demons. Before battle, dispels 5 enemy buffs and reduces their damage dealt by 20%. Last 2 turns. Cannot be dispelled. So this is really good. That reduces their damage dealt by 20%. That's huge, and they can't dispel it for 2 turns. And after battle, restores HP equal to 2 times the attacker's attack to all friendly units within a 2-block range. So he heals himself already from this. And then now he heals his whole team when they're close to him. Amazing. Now 3C. 3C, wow. 3C, this is like amazing too. So the passive is immune to Curse of Wounding and Heal Reversal. So you won't, pretty much, you are good. You don't need to worry about, for example, what's her name? Listo. You don't have to worry about the finger because she's immune to. He's immune to that. He will never, like, get cucked by healing himself. So very strong. And once you equip it, you have it. You basically get like a free accessory here. Okay, physical damage. Attacks multiple enemies in the span, dealing 0.3 times, 0.6 times AoE damage. A very strong AoE damage attack. Super effective against demon. I don't even know what the hell this means. Blah blah blah. All blocks hit with the special hollowed ground effect for 2 rounds. Okay, so it will apply tiles. When enemy units move to this location, 1 buff will be dispelled from them and they will take fixed damage equal to the caster's attack 1 time. So deal great AoE damage, apply tiles. Whoever lands on that, they will take fixed damage and 1 of their buff will be dispelled. Very strong, very strong. Okay. That's very straightforward. Now we'll take a look at the soldier before I tell you guys how to build him. He basically now can equip this and this. Oh no, he can equip this before his SP form, I believe. But these 2 are the best troops that he has now. I think this is better than Masked Main now. I'm going to here. I can explain it a little bit better. Go to, okay. Great stats, okay. All stats but 30%, so that's mandatory when it comes to level 10. Upon entering battle, soldier attack defense and magic defense are increased by 20%. After taking action, soldiers recover 20% of HP. It's just kind of like Lewin's talent, okay? But a little bit weaker. When there are no allies within 1 block, the aforementioned effect is double, which means that these, if there's no allies within 1 block, these becomes double, so 40%. And don't forget he infantry, because it's really good. It's because it's really hard to kill freaking Lewin now, even in Apex. You just have to go in and it takes them forever to kill you. You're super tanky now, and with these troops you're extra tanky. Don't forget Lewin's talent, like I said, applies on the troops as well. So these are more than just 20%. And of course, when you're alone, double. And don't forget this mechanic right here. Solo Striker, all infantry deal plus. I don't have it fully upgraded yet. I think it's 30% when it's at, no, 25% when it's at level 10. So all infantry deal plus 25% damage when there are no ally units within a 1 block radius. Though these two, like, they're perfect together. Very strong. I think it's definitely his strongest offensive troops. And now we look at the State Gate, which is also very good. So if you just counterpick, if you feel like they're cavalry, if you think they are Lancer, then just use whichever troops. So these troops are amazing too. Increases soldier attack by 30% when initiating battle. That soldiers ignore 15% of the enemy's defense. That's great. Before being forced into battle, soldier deals 6% increased damage for every 1 block that the enemy moved before attacking. So that is 5 move, which is very, very easy for Lewin to achieve because of his 1C. Where is he? Brother. Oh, right here. Remember when I talk about his 1C? After you use it, this unit gains +2 mobility. Okay. Okay, now let's take a look at his build here. I personally think this is possibly one of the best build. So the helmet, just use the, what do you call it? The accessory? Not accessory, exclusive. It's just so good. Okay, the exclusive works perfectly with the troops and the infantry mechanic that I talked about. If there are no friendly units within 2 blocks, the hero deals 10% increased damage. So with that mechanic there, well, it doesn't apply to the troops, but yeah, it's crazy. So, okay, this is really, really good. Makes him so good. This one, armor, you can use whatever, honestly. I think this is the best. It makes him hard to kill at range and at melee attack. But if you don't have any of those, just use maybe this one or this one. I think this is a better choice. Or, and I don't know about this one. Anyways, preference. Weapon Renarok. Oh, this is great. Look at that. It's amazing. I hope someone can use this in the future. So Rag or use Reaper. I prefer Rag just because, like, some people go Reaper just for the AoE. Like, after AoE, you're gonna use Reaper to apply more fixed damage. But honestly, I think it's not really worth it just because the AoE most likely won't kill. It'll make them really low, won't kill. And then you can definitely use Throng Guardian here. Gives them HP as well, like very high stats. The Rag with the, you know, breaking the fixed damage before battle, it's just very strong. So I think best would be this one. Single target or AoE, I think Rag is possibly the best, and I'll explain further. And then we have Apex Boots. I love Apex Boots just because well, there's a lot. Like, whichever attack accessory, just use whatever you want. My preference is when it comes to infantry, I like Apex Boots, especially it stacks with this right here. So once you use Conquest, he gets 6 mobility. So that's more than a flyer or like horse. It's insane. So it makes him 6 mobility. So once okay, so basically if you use Breeze enchant, it's only Breeze or Clock. These are like the best for PvE and PvP. So if you use Breeze, you probably don't need Apex Boots, but if you use Apex Boots, you might as well go with Clock. You really don't, well, with Breeze it'll probably give you like, what, 7 mobility at most? But it's just not worth it in my opinion. I think this is better. You're guaranteed 6 movement without Breeze proc. The reason why you want to go with Clock is because his strong skills are all 5 rounds cooldown. That's too damn long. Imagine you can spam his AoE back to back. Like, you probably will just win you a match like that. He'll even help you win a challenge like that. This skill, once you use it, if you can use it again right away, it's also very strong for PvE and PvP, which is why I recommend clock, so you can use more skills. So, but in case they don't clock, Rag helps you kill an opponent without using a skill. Let's say if you have to fight against a character with last right, now you have a chance to kill. If you have great enchant with his talent, with his troops and all that bullshit, he can potentially kill someone because he's very hard to die. But yeah, you can kill squishies without using skills. And yep, that is pretty much it. And I would suggest attack, defense, HP. You can use skills here, but I'm just gonna stack defense. Because when it comes to, you see talent like this, which means you want to build these for multipliers. I would say attack is more important than defense. I'm hoping to get my defense to like 200, then he's like super hard to kill against physical damage. But yep, HP is also very important. The more HP you have, the more you restore. Alright guys, this is a character that you guys definitely should unlock. Very, very strong. And yeah, if I were to play Apex, I think I will make a box around him. Just to, yeah, just to have fun. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.